life-size shadow puppet piece called Little Red Riding Hood's Prescott Promise. Enjoy the show.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. My name is Miss McCann. Do you know who I am?
You are the principal of Prescott Elementary School.
That's right. I love to teach students. Today I'm going to teach you about what 4LT has been learning about in their morning reading. So far they have been learning about the Prescott Promise, just like you. Readers, theaters, how to pick good books, and Little Red Riding Hood.
Miss McCarran, why would fourth graders be learning about Little Red Riding Hood if they're learning about the Prescott Promise?
That is an excellent question. Well, do you know the Prescott Promise?
Yes, we do. I promise to be respectful, responsible, and resourceful to make my home, school, and community a better place.
Very good. Well, the Prescott Promise and Little Red Riding Hood can be connected. Let me tell you the story and we will stop along the way to point out those very important R words. Respectful, responsible, and resourceful. Make yourself comfy for the story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She was a sweet little girl who lived in the country. One day, her mother told her to run an errand for her.
Little Red Riding Hood, your grandmother's not feeling very well today. I have made a basket of goodies to help her feel better. Please be a dear and take her, or remember to stay in the path to grandmother's house.
Yes, I can take the goodies to Grandma's house, and I will not leave the path. That was nice of Mother to make goodies for Grandma.
That was respectful of Little Red Riding Hood to take them to Grandma.
That was resourceful of Mother to use her materials to help them feel better and know that Little Red Riding Hood can take them to Grandma on her own. All three of you are correct.
So Little Red Riding Hood set off into the woods on the path. She was going along her way until someone stopped her.
Who do you think that was?
Mr. Wolf! Oh, I just hope she is respectful.
Why, good morning, little girl. What do you have that smells so delicious?
I have cookies for my grandma. She is not feeling well today.
Why, those sure smell good. May I just have one?
Sorry, Mr. Wolf, they're for my grandma.
Well, now Mr. Wolf really wanted to have all the goodies in Little Red Riding Hood's basket, so he thought of a plan. He was going to go to Little Red Riding Hood's grandma's house and meet her there.
Which way is it to your grandmother's house? I would like to take some flowers to her if she is not feeling well.
That is a good idea. I'll make some flowers too. Her house is that way.
Why, thank you, Little Red Riding Hood. You can pick these flowers. Now pick the other flowers down the path so Grandma will feel special with flowers and goodies.
Do you think the wolf had good intentions?
No, he wanted the goodies for himself. He was not respectful of Little Red Riding Hood's wishes to cheer up Grandma.
He is going to trick Little Red Riding Hood and possibly Grandma. That is not the responsible thing to do.
Duh! Mr. Wolf could just make goodies himself, but gone back to Little Red Riding Hood's house to ask Mom for a leftover. I have a feeling if the characters in Little Red Riding Hood would have known about the Prescott Promise, the story would have gone differently.
Mr. Wolf ran ahead of Little Red Riding Hood and knocked on the door of Grandma's house.
Little Red Riding Hood, is that you?
Yes, it is, Grandma.
Little Red Riding Hood, you must have bad cold too. You don't sound like yourself.
Grandma opened the door to see the wolf instead of Little Red Riding Hood. She was shocked, and that was when the wolf made his move. He tied Grandma up and put her in the closet. He put on Grandma's nightgown and cap before he slid into Grandma's bed. A little while later, Little Red Riding Hood came to Grandma's house.
Grandma, are you home?
Come in.
Little Red Riding Hood went in the house and up to Grandma's bed. She was quite surprised when she saw Grandma.
Why, Grandma, what big eyes you have!
The better to see you with, my dear. My vision has not been doing well.
Why, Grandma, what big ears you have!
The better to hear you with, my dear. I'm getting older.
Why, Grandma, what big teeth you have!
The better to eat you with, my dear. I don't need dentures anymore.
Why, Grandma, what big hands you have!
The better to catch you with, my dear.
Before we decide on how the story ends, what were some respectful, responsible, and resourceful things that happened so far?
Well, the wolf was not respectful by putting Grandma in the closet and trying to trick Little Red Riding Hood. But Little Red Riding Hood was respectful by asking questions about how the wolf looked. At least she didn't tell her grandma how ugly she looked since the last time she saw her.
That is true. You want to be careful of other people's feelings.
At least the wolf asked Little Red Riding Hood which way to Grandma's house, and Little Red Riding Hood stayed on the path. She just stopped to pick flowers. She was being responsible and nice to Grandma with the flowers.
She was responsible by listening to her mother's directions. She did the right thing by staying on the path.
The wolf used what he do to try to get the goodies. He may not have done it in the nicest way like he should have done. Little Red Riding Hood was using her nice words to tell Grandma she looked different.
There was a lot of resourcefulness, respect, and responsible parts in the story. I'm starting to see why fourth graders are learning about Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood noticed Grandma wasn't really Grandma. She tried to remember, but he caught her too. Mr. Wolf put Little Red Riding Hood in the closet next to Grandma. Mr. Wolf was just about to eat his first goodie when the woodsman went walking by the window and saw a wolf in Grandma's house.
Hey, Wolf, stop eating that goodie. It isn't for you.
Mr. Wolf ran out the back door of the house, and the woodsman cut down the door with his axe to get in the house to rescue Grandma and Little Red Riding Hood. Everyone was okay. They all sat down and ate the goodies Little Red Riding Hood had brought, and they never saw Mr. Wolf again.
That was nice of the woodsman to check on Grandma too, since she wasn't feeling good.
What are you talking about? It was responsible of the woodsman to save Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma. No, it was resourceful of the woodsman to use his tools to save Little Red Riding Hood and his grandma.
All three were right. The woodsman was respectful, responsible, and resourceful in the story. Do you think the woodsman knew about the Prescott Promise?
I guess he could have.
Well, I just want to thank you for letting me share one of my favorite stories and for helping me connect the Prescott Promise to the story. I hope we never have a Mr. Wolf at Prescott. Will you